Deputy Inspector General of the CIA Police, Dr. Angus Sobola. You are highly welcome, sir.
We also have a representative from the United States Embassy. We have a representative from the Chinese Embassy as well. We also have the Executive Director of NDLA, that is the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. And of course, we have somebody who is very close to us. He's now retired AIG. Mr. Mori Lengo is also here. The Deputy Director of Prisons is here with us. And of course, we have Colonel Sir David T. Gauja, who is the team lead, technical support team to the Sierra Leone Correctional Service. We have the Commissioner of Anti-Corruption Commission. We also have the Deputy Commissioner, so you can see how important is this program. Of course, we have delegations from the European Union and the Ghana High Commission and from the Irish Embassy. So all of them are here. But like I said, this is not I've been given a short task and I want to end it here. So let me take this opportunity to now invite the person who has been designated to take us through this program, the person of Assistant Inspector General of Police, William Fayasenu, who is the Director of Crime Services, to take us through this program. Mr. Fayasenu, you are invited, sir.
Thank you very much for the introduction. The Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. J.J. Safa, the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Angus Sobola, Head of the Political Section of the EU, a representative from Interpol. It is heads of services, security services present here, the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner of Anti-Corruption, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, officers, men and women of the SAP here present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very important day in the history of the Sierra Leone Police and by extension of the Republic of Sierra Leone. It is important because today we are going to see the Sierra Leone Police firmly anchored in the global and regional security framework. What we are going to see being launched today is the West African Police Information System. This is the brainchild of West African police chiefs who met in 2010 in Brussels in a symposium organized by Interpol under the presidency of the Belgian president of Interpol to try to devise ways of addressing the threats of transnational organized crime and terrorism in the sub-region. Several efforts were made in the past. For example, in 2005, ECOWAS signed a document to establish what we call the Criminal Intelligence Investigations Bureau, CIIB. CIIB was designed to augment the efforts of West African, of ECOWAS states in their effort to combat transnational organized crime and terrorism. But interestingly, after the 2010 symposium in Brussels, the EU, being the major donor partner in this program, decided to release funds to Interpol to develop a data system wherein police information can be shared. Of course, there were gaps at national, regional, and international level. For example, in West Africa, in the last decade of the 20th century, West Africa gradually became a hub for transnational organized crime and terrorism. It was during that period we saw the rise of Boko Haram, Mossad, RAF, MPFL across the sub-region. So Interpol was tasked by EU to develop and implement an automated data system for the sub-region so that together they can work to fight crime. So those police chiefs who were there in that symposium, I'm sure they must be very satisfied wherever they are now, dead or alive, to see their vision being realized across the sub-region. For the EU, the biggest or the donor partner for this program, I'm sure they too, as they are represented here, they are very satisfied that this program is being launched today. And then of course, locally, we have the support of government. In 2017, Sierra Leone signed up to Wapis. But in actual fact, it was only in January 2019 that we actually signed up the MOU with Interpol for an expansion of Wapis to Sierra Leone. And that signing of the MOU has been supported by government, as government provided tremendous support to the SLP to realize this dream. For example, when the equipment were flown in from Abuja, we had to actually meet the chief minister, who coincidentally happens to be the guest of honor, to assist in the way of waivers so that we can realize this dream of our police chiefs before. And the chief minister, when the inspector general mentioned this dream, this project to him, he was very excited about it. And each time we went to him for support, financial support, he would support it. Well, I realized one thing with, he was then finance minister. I realized one thing with finance ministers, they are very interested in security issues. So sometimes I want to think they can double their ministries to be finance and security affairs. Because each time when he was there in that office, he talked to the honorable chief minister, he would say, IG, when this swap is coming up, what support do you need? And he was always there to provide the support. And the Inspector General, of course, he has this program, this project in his heart. When he went to Nigeria for the passing out ceremony for some of our colleagues who are in Nigeria in NIPS, he came back, he called me and said, hello, Director of Crime Services, what is happening to Wapis? And he gave me a deadline of the end of January, by which time this program would have been expanded and launched in this country. And I'm very happy that I was able to meet that deadline, of course, with his support. This program is going to actually integrate Sierra Leone security service providers into the bigger picture of the region and, of course, internationally. So we are here this morning to witness the official launching of this program in Sierra Leone. We have a very short program which we are going to run through because of the exigency of time. And as Director of Crime Services, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, officers, men and women of the Sierra Leone Police, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this program. Having said that, we kick the program forward. We now come to statements. Yes. The first person I'm going to have the honor to invite to make a statement on this occasion is the Inspector General of Police, who has given the moral and financial support for the realization of this particular project. Inspector General of Police, sir, you are welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator or Mr. Chairman. I'm very happy this morning. I'm lost of words, but I have to manage to talk because this has been one of my dreams and it has come to pass. Because I said to myself, if my colleague have set up this space, how can't you inject energetic liquid into the system so that the machine will continue to churn and get off this business and get it completed? So I'm a happy man today. The Master of Ceremony, with utmost delight, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Chief Minister, who have been at my back, because where I have been getting some pressure, when equipment came, you know, everybody understand the financial implications. I discussed with him. He said, look, my friend, it's about development of this country. Bring the paper, let me sign them. I have to say thank you for that, because without that, we wouldn't have been where we are here today. The Honorable Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Let me also acknowledge the Anti-Commissioner, who I believe this program has been very close to his heart, because when we are talking about taking data of people who are involved in crimes, it has been a challenge, because if they do their thing and there is no proper records, then we have nowhere to make reference when we are looking at post-investigation of issues. He is here, you've been acknowledged. And on that note, let me align myself with the rest of the other protocols that are being in existence in this program. It is with great pleasure that I once more welcome you as a regender or to this important function and mark to inaugurate the West African Police Information System, Wapis, National Crime Management System, and CMS, Center for Law Enforcement Agency in Sierra Leone. The system provides a platform for electronic management and the sharing of information on crimes and offenses among various actors. Honorable Minister, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leone joined the Warpies program in 2017. Since then, a lot of collaborative efforts have been made in establishing the center. The development of the relevant framework and regulations, starting and staff training, allocations of office complex, etc., were among the many key steps. In fact, that is why I have to acknowledge Mr. Lengo, a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, who has been very useful at the initial stage of bringing this Wapis program. Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the importance of Wapis program cannot be overemphasized. The system will not only make effective network among the national actors on crime management possible, but will also connect us with other law enforcement institutions of participating countries within the ECOWAS region and beyond through the Interpol global communication system. It will overall allow for the effective and efficient coordination and collaboration among stakeholders in combating crime, especially transnational organized crimes. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, the current global security challenges are no doubt escalating, and this is worsened by the widespread cyber threats and the threat posed by terrorism, human and drugs trafficking, among others. These threats cannot be combated in isolation. Though during concerted effort, it is therefore my strongest conviction that innovation, synergy, collaboration, which this system will facilitate among actors, are key. Therefore, the implementation of this system is without doubt very important and timely, especially in view of the logistical, legal, and other technical limitations. Fortunately, the anticipated dividends of this system falls within the Sierra Leone Police core strategic priorities. That is, strengthening collaboration among local and international actors for preventing and mitigating threats of crime, especially the transnational crimes. So we can now know the importance of this. Like the chairman was talking, we need synergy across West Africa, Africa, and beyond the borders of Africa if we are to combat those erroneous crimes that will destroy any development in any country. Hence, the effective functioning of the system is high among many priorities as Inspector General of the Sierra Leone Police, and all partners are assured of our unwavering commitment in this regard. It is important to note that the implementation of the system in Sierra Leone has been the result of strong collaborative efforts of the stakeholders since we joined the program in 2017. I would therefore want to particularly thank the European Union for funding the project and equally Interpol for the implementation of the project in Sierra Leone. We wouldn't have reached this far on the implementation of this system without the commitment and support of our local partners. In this regard, I would like to single out the Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs and his staff for their strategic support. Similarly, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice for their support in developing the legal framework for this project in Sierra Leone. I want to seize this opportunity to also acknowledge and appreciate my colleagues, the heads of the participating law enforcement agencies, for the long-standing support given to the Sierra Leone Police, and stress that this system is here to also reinforce the interagency collaboration that already exists among our institutions. We should therefore harness the opportunity and effectively use the system to enhance effectiveness in combating criminality, particularly the transnational organized crimes. Let me assure Interpol that the use of the NCMS will be mandatory and that we shall continue to encourage our personnel operatives to take full advantage of the system by populating and exploiting the criminal data in the course of their duties. On this note, it is my greatest pleasure to thank you all and once again welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of Wapis NCMS Center. I want to thank you all and ask my mouth to shut up.
I want to thank you very much, Inspector General, for this very inspiring statement you have made to all of us gathered here, particularly the guarantee that you have made that the NCSM will be monitored closely and will be used effectively. I was pleased when he mentioned retired AIG Mr. Lengo, as one of the pioneers of this project and who has worked assiduously in his tenure as Director of Crime Services to realize this particular vision of those police chiefs in the past. Interestingly, unlike me as Director of Crime Services, I enjoy two wheels, the political wheel and the wheel of the Inspector General. For him, he lacked one. So that's why I could not realize it in his time. So, Mr. Leone, I hope you are not jealous of what I've done in my time as Head of Crime Services. Having said that, let us move the program forward by having a statement from the head or representative of Interpol Wapis from Cameroon. You are most welcome.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Minister of Sierra Leone, Honorable Minister present, Your Excellencies, Ambassador from ECOWAS member states, Your Excellency, the representative of the Ambassador of the EU delegation in Freetown, ECOWAS representative in Sierra Leone, Inspector General of Sierra Leone Police, Head of Law Enforcement Agency present, representative from the civil society organization, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Interpol Secretary General, I have the pleasure to welcome you all and to thank you for honoring our invitation in the middle of your busy schedules to attend this inauguration ceremony of the West African Police Information System Wapis and National Crime Management System Center NCMS, hosted here at the CID headquarters. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come a long way in the implementation of the Wapis program in West Africa, which started in September 2012, where the program was launched beginning with 4 pilot countries, namely Benin, Ghana, Niger, and Mali. In 2017, the program was rolled over to all the countries in West Africa, including the Republic of Sierra Leone. Since then, the authorities in Sierra Leone have worked so hard within the framework of the Wapis implementation in the country and have met all the requirements necessary for the continuity of implementation of the program. Starting with the signing of the MOU by the Honorable Minister of Interior with Interpol, the appointment of the single point of contact, alongside with the legal and IT experts, to the allocation of office space, the deployment of personnel, enactment of Wapis legal text, and the signing of the I-24/7 extension. For these brilliant steps, let me congratulate the authorities in Sierra Leone for a great job done, and well done, Sierra Leone. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in order to reciprocate the effort of Sierra Leone, Interpol has deployed 80 workstations in the greater Freetown area, including Leone Police Station, the Ross Road Police Station, the Immigration Department, and the Anti-Corruption Commission. Conducted one major training session for 50 law enforcement personnel on the use of the NCMS system, refurbished and set up the Warpies NCMS Center here at the CID headquarters, which we are inaugurating today. We intend to continue the implementation of this program in Sierra Leone by providing additional equipment, trainings, and the automated fingerprint identification system, AFIS. The aim of the Wapis program is to support Sierra Leone law enforcement agency in the collection, storage, analysis, and sharing of electronic criminal data among themselves with the ultimate goal of combating all forms of crime, reinforce the capacity of the security forces in Sierra Leone to deal with all forms of violent crimes in the country, at the same time to be able to collaborate with other law enforcement agencies outside the country, within the West African region, and with the rest of the worldwide law enforcement community. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the intention of the European Union, Interpol, and ECOWAS to have a durable and a sustainable system that will stand the test of time. In order for us to accomplish this objective, the authorities in Sierra Leone are required to set aside a budget line in 2022 for the sustainability of the system after the implementation phase. Enact personal data protection law and publish the ECOWAS Supplementary Act 2010 on personal data protection law. Ensure that personnel trained to the use of the Wapis NCMS system remain in post for at least 3 years. Require the Wapis NCMS end user to populate the system with criminal data and to use this system for everyday work, for investigation, controls, including controls at the border. For the heads of law enforcement agencies, take advantage of the data collected and the statistics generated by the system to outline your strategies against all the threats your country is facing and to define your annual action plan. Ladies and gentlemen, the success recorded in Sierra Leone will not have been accomplished without deliberate effort made by all the stakeholders. Therefore, let me, on behalf of Interpol Secretary General, thank the European Union for providing 100% funding of the Wapis program in West Africa. Thank you, European Union. Without the political support from the ECOWAS Commission, I must state here that it would have been very difficult, if not impossible, to implement the Wapis program in this region. Therefore, let me thank the ECOWAS Commission for always standing by Interpol on the implementation of this program. For the demonstration of political will by the government of Sierra Leone, please permit me to express my profound gratitude to the Honorable Minister of Interior for the leadership demonstrated within the implementation of the program in Sierra Leone. Thank you, Minister of Interior. I cannot leave this podium without mentioning our close partner in this country, the Inspector General of Police, who has been so instrumental within and supportive for Interpol. Your Excellencies, I crave your indulgence to join me express our sincere thanks and appreciation to the Inspector General of Police of Sierra Leone. Thank you, IGP. And also thank you to his management team and all the participating law enforcement agencies, including the Chief Immigration Officer, the Commissioner Anti-Corruption Commission, the Executive Director NDLA, and the Office of the National Security for their resilience, commitment, and sacrifice they are making every day to ensure the successful implementation of this program in Sierra Leone. I thank you all.
So it is now my pleasure to invite the head of the political section of the EU to make a statement.
Una morning. Good morning, everybody. Honorable Chief Minister, Inspector General of the Sierra Leone Police, heads and officials of law enforcement bodies, head of Interpol Wapis program, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure and an honor for me to be here today representing the European Union delegation at the inauguration of the National Crime Management System, West African Police Information System, Data Collection and Registration Center. This center will operationalize the West African Police Information System, or Wapis, in Sierra Leone. The Wapis system is an initiative of West African countries under ECOWAS to build an effective national, regional, and international response to national, regional, and international criminal threats, security threats, including transnational organized crime and terrorism. Transnational security threats and challenges do not stop at borders, and therefore they cannot be effectively tackled by one state alone. They need a joint, coordinated, international, regional, and national response. This is precisely the objective of the Wapis system. It is to enhance the capacity of law enforcement agencies of West African countries to fight security criminal threats effectively by improving their capacities to collect, process, analyze information, and to share information among national security bodies, but also with other countries in the region and beyond through Interpol. Wapis system is supported by a multi-annual program which is funded by the European Union and implemented by Interpol in all 15 ECOWAS countries and also in Mauritania and Chad, with the political and strategic support of ECOWAS. The program started in 2012 and will finish in 2022. The Memorandum of Understanding between the government of Sierra Leone and Interpol for the operationalization of Warpies was signed 3 years ago in January 2019. This center in Sierra Leone is the 9th operational Wapis data center in West Africa, and more inaugurations are planned in the coming months in other West African countries. So this is really a network in which Sierra Leone is embedded now. I would like to briefly explain how the Wapis system works. The Wapis system is used at 3 different levels: national, regional, and global. First of all, at national level, it creates a national centralized system of police information that collects, processes, and analyzes police data from different national law enforcement agencies in a digital format, and also shares that information electronically among all law enforcement agencies in the country. Secondly, at regional level, the national systems, like the Sierra Leonean system, are networked into a regional information sharing platform to exchange police data among countries of the West African region. And thirdly, at global level, each national Wapis system shares police information via the Interpol Global 24/7 Secure Communication System. This center that we are inaugurating today, this data collection and registration, or DACOR center, is a capital step in the establishment of a Wapis system in Sierra Leone. It will significantly improve the country's capacity to respond to national, regional, and international criminal threats in an effective way, including transnational threats like transnational organized crime and terrorism. It will bring together all security and law enforcement bodies, including the police, the Immigration Department, the Anti-Corruption Commission, in the process to collect, centralize, register, analyze, share information from all these bodies from different criminal cases, and also sharing that information with other countries in the region and Interpol in real time. I would like to commend, on behalf of the European Union, the Sierra Leonean authorities and law enforcement bodies for their active support in the implementation of the Wapis program in Sierra Leone and the creation of this center. Without your support, without your active involvement, it wouldn't have been possible. However, this is only the first step. And we encourage the Sierra Leonean authorities to keep this Wapis system as a priority of the national security strategy. We encourage the Sierra Leonean authorities to take steps to ensure the long-term sustainability of the Wapis system beyond the Wapis program that finishes in 2022. And in particular, we encourage Sierra Leonean authorities to publish in the National Gazette the ECOWAS Supplementary Act on personal data protection, to adopt a law on personal data protection applicable to the Wapis system. Very important, to ensure a budget allocation for the system, and also to ensure that staff trained in the use of the Wapis system, already present at the DACOR and other Wapis locations, remain in post for at least 3 years. All these steps would be crucial to ensure the long-term sustainability of this very important system. The Wapis system is a crucial tool to improve the capacities of security bodies in Sierra Leone. The Wapis program has been implemented for the benefit of Sierra Leone and for the benefit of the Sierra Leonean people. Organized crime, for instance, results in great losses for the Sierra Leonean economy. Security threats compromise the stability of the country. This matters to the Sierra Leonean people. And this is why national ownership of the Wapis system and ensuring its long-term sustainability beyond the Wapis program is so important, because it will have a positive long-term impact in the fight against threats that affect the country and its people. And therefore, it will have a positive impact for the benefit of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. We encourage Sierra Leone authorities to continue the journey that has started today, and thank you very much for your presence here today.
It is now my singular honor and pleasure to invite the Honorable Chief Minister to make a statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. The Inspector General of Police, present here, Honorable Member of Parliament, Chairman of Oversight Committee of Police, the Head of the European Union, or the representative of the European Union, senior police officers, and other chiefs of the security sector, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is a great honor for me to be part of this historic occasion and to deliver a statement on the inauguration of the West Africa Police Information System project in Sierra Leone, commonly called Wapis. The Wapis, which was established in 2012 initially, is an ECOWAS program, we are informed, funded by the European Union, implemented by Interpol. The Wapis program was extended to Sierra Leone under the Wapis 3EDF in 2017, I'm informed, and the MOU was finally signed in 2019. Taking into consideration the importance of the project in promoting regional peace and security, the government of Sierra Leone, through the Ministry of Internal Affairs, has worked assiduously with other partners to establish the Wapis Data Collection Registration Center, DACO, which is being inaugurated today. The distinguished guests, the primary objective of Wapis, which you have already been told, is to enhance the capacity of law enforcement agencies. And I must emphasize that the New Direction Manifesto promised to develop the capacity of police to combat crimes. And this project is in support of that policy position of government. The project aims at enhancing the capacity of law enforcement agencies in West Africa to combat transnational organized crime and terrorism within the sub region by facilitating the sharing of information. You will agree with me, information is power. Without information, you really cannot do anything effectively. It serves a platform of exchange for criminal data, sharing of experiences and best practices between the 15 ECOWAS member states and the Islamic Republic of Mauritania. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the government has given its fullest support to the implementation of Wapis project right from the inception. And on behalf of government, I would like to pledge I will do everything to make sure the systems remain operational. It is not surprising, therefore, that the country provided the premises to host the Wapis Data Collection Center, which is responsible for the management and operationalization of the Wapis system. the CIA headquarters. This is a clear indication of the commitment of His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, who has a security background in ensuring the maintenance of national, sub-regional, and global peace and security. The project, we are told also, will promote strong working relationship between law enforcement agencies of Sierra Leone and the country, West Africa sub-region. In addition, it will bring together security service providers and other agencies which maintain data on crime and criminals in the pursuit of a common objective. It is further expected to raise the awareness of the general public and the financial and political support of the stakeholders, namely the European Union, ECOWAS, and Interpol. Drug and human trafficking, the proliferation of small arms, and financing of terrorist groups constitute a huge threat to the security of countries within the sub-region. The use of modern technology such as Wapis will boost the effort of the law enforcement agencies in the fight against human and drug trafficking, terrorist activities, and other forms of illegal activities. The project will enhance regional and global security cooperation as they strive to address insecurity emanating from transnational organized crime. Organized criminal networks, maritime crimes, and other illicit activities at sea along the coast of West Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government of Sierra Leone, let me re-echo our support for the sustained implementation of the Sierra Leone chapter of Wapis project. Let me also admonish the personnel who have responsibility for the execution of this project to work honestly so as to achieve the objectives of the project. To the European Union, ECOWAS, Interpol, and other donors whose efforts have neatly woven Sierra Leone in the sub-region and security apparatus, I want to express on behalf of government our sincere thanks and appreciation. Thank you for being with us at all times, and thank you particularly for this laudable achievement. It is now my singular honor to declare the DACO project commissioned and look forward to its full implementation. Thank you.